also the chairman, Baywood Group. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Otumba Niyi Adebayo. Thank you so much for coming, sir. Also here with us is also the former Director General of NIMASA. Is none other than Dr. Dakuku Peter Side. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome him. We have a representative of the Abia State Governor, Dr. Alex Oti. He's represented ably here by the Chief Liaison Officer, the Office of the Governor, Adeze Okonkwo. If she's here, please help me make welcome. Also, I'd like to recognize the presence, the man who just spoke here, the Managing Director, CBI Digital Media, Mr. Agbenga Debija. Please help me welcome him again. I see a lot of beautiful faces here, but I also like to make mention one of Nigeria's veteran when it comes to movie, Nollywood veteran, who is amongst us here today. Please help me make welcome Mr. Patrick Doyle. Is he here? Please help, just signify sir if you're here. All right, thank you very much. We'll be acknowledging more dignitaries while we're here. Ladies and gentlemen, I see you too. Please help me celebrate yourself by putting your hands together for yourselves. All right. I noticed earlier that the atmosphere was quite cold. So guess what? We got a surprise for you. Because I want to bring a group on stage right now to tell us, to do something that we're not, I'll tell you a story, a very short one. We know the talking drum and how it talks and how it tells stories, the myths, the legend behind the talking drum. A lot of people don't really understand the history behind the talking drum. But someone who can use the talking drum to communicate, to pass message. The talking drum used to be a weapon back in the days where people could tell that they are being invaded. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to dazzle us for the next few minutes, Aronribe Entertainment for their presentation. A round of applause for them and enjoy yourselves, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. CBI News. When you hear the word CBI News, please, I need a round of applause. CBI News! CBI News is created to elevate journalism and restore trust and African storytelling. Who made this come to pass? He is no any other person. Gbenga Adebija, which is the MD CBI Digital Media, and Emperor Chris Baywood eBay founder and executive vice chairman, Baywood Group. From the east, west, north, south, let's all come together and support the big Emma, pay your share, I share. Emma, pay your share. Emma, pay your share, I share. Ọ̀dẹ́rùkọ ọ̀dẹ́pẹ̀rán. Ẹran kí ọ̀dẹ́pà ò á ṣe. Ọ̀dẹ́pẹ̀rán ò wá wá. Ò wá 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 wálé á ṣe. Ọ̀la wá wá wálé o. Mo ní ẹ máa pé yóò ṣe. Àní ẹ mọ̀ pé yóò ṣe. Níjọ́ mo délé ayé o. Mo pé mi ò rodò tó dàbí òkun. Níjọ́ mo délé ayé wọn ò rodò tó dàbí ọ̀sà. Òkun ni bàbá mi, òkun bàbá ọ̀sà. CBI News yìí pẹ́rẹ́gẹ́dẹ́ láàárín gbogbo amóhùnmáwòrán tí mo ti rí rí. Ó lọ gbàrà láti gúúsù, àríwá, ìwọ̀ oòrùn, ìlà oòrùn tó ìkáyéjà o. Ẹ bá mi pè CBI News o. Ṣé kí pè é lórúkọ pè é? Pè é. Wọ́n ní lọ́jọ́ wọn lọ ìwéré ilé o, lọ́jọ́ wọn lọ ìgbára òkè, lọ́jọ́ wọn lọ ìwéré ilé o, lọ́jọ́ wọn lọ ìgbára òkè. Abímbọ́lá rúgbọ́ ṣe, òrìṣà ìláwẹ̀ ẹrú kọ̀yìnkọ̀yìn. Èmi alára mo tẹ̀ pa òjé, mo tẹ̀ pa òjé, mo wá ṣe bí ọba, mo gbélé kò tó dé o.
Let's give them a round of applause, guys. That was amazing. Did we love that? Did we enjoy that? I mean, if you were sleeping before, I'm sure you're awake now, right? Guys, give me some energy. Come on, clap. Let's give a round of applause for CBI, first of all, guys. That was the Arabic drum presentation, and that was fantastic. But guys, we're here for a reason. We're here for the launching of the CBI News app. And right about now, I want to welcome the opening demonstration of this app. So we will be welcoming Mr. Falashino Olumide. He is the co-founder of the Envision It. Can we get Mr. Olumide in the building, please? Is it around, Mr. Olumide? Hello, hello. Let's get you on the stage and give us a demonstration of how the app works. Let's give him a round of applause as he makes his way to the stage. Come on, guys, give me something this morning. Mr. Olumide? No, it's okay. How the app works.
Hi everyone. Sorry, I'm not so good with the mic, so I'm always like behind the Is that a presentation on the screen? So I can just walk through. Anyway, so my name is Fala, Envision IT, and we make information technology better. And so for CBI News app, I call it the future of news, because it's not like the conventional news platform. It's not like the conventional news platform. It's very, very rich. Like you can see the home page, you can see the news, you can see business, live TV, podcast, entertainment. These are not the kind of things you see on a regular news platform, and that's what it's all about. And the good thing about CBI News is it's very easy to navigate. Like we have the menus to be able to read like the latest news and all those things on the application. And the good part is we also have like the mobile app, which makes it easier for you to navigate, and you can read like the latest news from it, and yeah. Then another thing again that we have on the web app is like you can see the performance. Like it's very, very simple to navigate, and yeah. What else? So I'm just going to, because this presentation is not following actually what I would have wanted. But please, just to quickly ask, how many people have downloaded the Future of News on their mobile phone? If you've downloaded, just raise up your hand, please. Okay, so if you have not downloaded the Future of News on your phone, please, you can quickly just download it now. So I'm just going to run through like what we have on the mobile app. The mobile app is slicker, straight to the point. And yes, so we have the home. Then you can actually scroll around the home. Then you can read news. Then you can also save a couple of the news that you want to read later and all those things. The performance is very, very fast. It's slick and, yeah, straight to the point. Then, yeah, we also have the live TV. We have the podcast for you to maybe like listening to audios that you would like to listen to, depending on the latest news that is happening in Nigeria and Africa as well. Then, yeah, we have the feed, which is the most interesting part in the application. The good thing about this feed is it's just like your regular dating app. So if you are interested in a particular news, you can swipe to the right. Then if you're not interested in a particular news, you can swipe to the left. The advantage here is we are trying to make this CBI News even way much better than it is now. So we want to plug in a couple of things on AI in such a way that you can actually plug into what you like to read. You know, some people are not interested. Some people are interested in entertainment. Some people are interested in maybe like sports and all those things. So we want to customize CBI News to what you really like to see. And that's the reason why we have this feature here. So if you've downloaded it, how many people have downloaded the app now, just to confirm? And please, if you have not downloaded the app, please just quickly download it, please. So, so that's the best feature on this mobile app. And like I said, so if you want to read the news later, you can just save the news and read later. Then you can also share it with your friends and all those things. Then we also have like subscribe to newsletters. So if you've downloaded the app, you can subscribe to our newsletter so that every single morning that you come on board on your app, we can always send you like a notification and let you know that, yes, there's the latest news here. And the good part about this application is, like I said, I called it Future of News. Like if you have it in your pocket, let's say this old Trump Nigerian thing that is happening, and let's say something is coming to Nigeria now, you will be the first to get it. Like the CBI media team, they are very, very good in getting the latest news to your phone very, very fast. So like you can also activate the notification on the mobile app, then you can get to see the latest news on time. So I'm going to, but anyway, so if you have any questions on the mobile app, like you're having a few difficulty, you can, I'm just sitting right there, you can let me know. But thanks to the technology team and thanks to the CBI team as a whole. And yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that demonstration. All right, right about now, we're going to do something. I want us to bring out our phones. Ladies and gentlemen, please bring out your phone and raise it up like this. Please bring out your phone and raise it up. If you don't bring out your phone, if you're not raising it up, we're not going anywhere. Bring out your phones Don't bring out Nokia Touch. Oh. So please bring out your Android or iPhone. All right, so if you have that ready, kindly go to your Play Store. If you're using Android, if you're using iPhone, please go to your Apple Store. If you're there, say, that means we're not there yet. Ladies and gentlemen, please go to your Apple Store if you're using iPhone. For somebody like me who is using Nokia Touch, unfortunately, I can't download, but I have it already on my system. Plus, if you're there, please say, All right, so let's search for CBI News app. Just search for CBI News. If you're there, say, I'm there. If you're not there, say, I'm coming. All right, let's do this fast. We're going to do this so fast. Please, I'm going around to check. I see you. CBI News app. If you're, you're there. Oh, correct. So please now hit the download button. Hit the download button. Web developers, the app developers, please tell me the numbers. I want to see it increasing. Are you there? Mommy, you look so beautiful. You're there, you know. Okay, let's download it. Thank you. You're there. You've downloaded. Mommy, you're there. I see you. So you're there. CBI News app. Let's download. You're there? Oh, correct. Okay, so if you have downloaded the CBI News app, I have a gift for you. Listen, I won't reveal the gift until you show me the interface on your phone. So raise the interface, the CBI News interface. Let me see this. Correct? I'm seeing a few phones being raised up. I want this hall. I want to see the interface. Okay, we're coming. Please raise it up. Let me see the interface. If you have downloaded this, okay, more. I'm seeing, this row. What's happening? Do you need internet? Oh, okay. More hands. What's happening? CBI News is downloading. All right. Emperor, I know you already have it, but I need you to uninstall and re-download again. Thank you. Okay, sir. Chop knuckle, sir. No. Knuckle for you, sir. All right, thank you so much. So if your internet is bad, I have Wi-Fi. Oh. The password of my Wi-Fi is password. My password is password. So if you have it, look for it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to appreciate every single one of us for taking time out to be here in this particular venue. This is a monumental event because, CBI News stands for credibility. We're telling Nigerian stories, we're telling African stories to the world, just like the MD put it. And, I just want us to take this moment to appreciate the man who thought about Africa and saw a gap in the news aspect. He saw that there was some form of, there's this disparity between the media and the people. People no longer believe the stories the media are telling. So he tried to address it. So I want us to, at this very moment, with a standing ovation, celebrate the man I like to call Emperor. This man thought about the people and how we can solve this problem. Ladies and gentlemen, with a standing ovation, if you are still sitting down, like the band says, you're on a long thing. So, with a standing ovation, help me celebrate Emperor Chris Baywood Ibe as he comes for his father's speech. Please, you can do better than this. Help me celebrate him, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Let him
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being here today. I want to appreciate you for making out time to be with us. To all of you who drove down to this place, I'm not taking it for granted, and we appreciate you. Just for a little moment, we're here to make a difference. We're here to say it the way it is. We're here to change the narratives. My name is still Emperor Chris Baywood Ibe. So you're all welcome. First of all, I would like to welcome my chairman, the chairman of Baywood Holdings. Young man, gentleman, a politician like no other, quintessential politician, a man I'm so well pleased with. When his name came up to be the chairman of the holdings, he's a politician, he's this, he's that. But I said, there are politicians, but that is a politician with difference. I decided to go for him because he has reputation. He has a name. He has an address. And his name is Richard Niyi Adebayo. Sir. He was a former governor of Ekiti State at a pretty young age. No stain. No corruption charges against him. He's still standing tall. He has not visited the EFCC. Neither has he visited any investigative agencies of Nigeria. He was former minister. And his agency, or his ministry, has the largest agencies amongst the other ministerial portfolios that you can think about. Under his portfolio, he had about 17 agencies. He was walking tall on the street, unmolested, unblemished. A good number of them who served as ministers can't come out. But our amiable and gentle chairman is out there with us. Sir, thank you for accepting to be our chairman. We're proud of you. I'm pretty sure with you we're going to go places, right? I said, I'm pretty sure with you we're going to go places. We're set to conquer the world. We're set to conquer Africa. We're determined to make a change. The change begins with you. The change begins with me. Are we ready to make a change? And that is the reason why CBI was born a decade ago. A decade. If you don't understand it, 10 years ago, we started building on CBI. And that's CBI Digital Media, the owners of CBI News. So, I welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished media professionals, captains of industry, innovators, thinkers, and friends. I don't think I classify myself as an entrepreneur. I classify myself as an innovator. For you to live in this present world, you have to be an innovator. You have to be very creative. If you don't have creative mind, you'll be gone. So I pride myself to be one of those innovators. So I welcome all innovators that are here. Because CBI Digital Media is about innovation. We're trying to change the narrative. And this narrative is not about just media. It's not just about news. But how it is consumed. And how it is transmitted. and how everybody gets involved, the young and the old. Today is not just about the launch of a platform. Today, we mark the beginning of a media revolution. Thank you very much for recognizing that. For years, I have watched the power of transformation change nations, economies, and destinies. News is not just content. You agree with me that news is not just about content, but news is about influence. And when we talk about influence, we're not talking about influence about me. We're talking about influence about you. We're talking about influence about us. We're talking about influence about the families. We're talking about influence about nations. We're talking about influence about countries. We're talking about influence about continent. And that is why we're here, to set a new standard on news consumption and how news is transmitted. I want to bring everybody on board. One thing that I pride myself of is that I'm youth-centric. The truth is, I'm a millennial. I don't know about you. Can you recognize that I'm a millennial? So this is the reason why we're setting CBI, to make sure that all demographics partake in our news, partake in the way we transmit news. News in your pocket, news in your home, news in your bag, on your digital media, on your cell phone, on your laptops, changing the narratives. You do your news, we transmit to the world. We're just not about telling the story how we like it, but how you like it, how you connect to the world. That's about CBI. What determines a people? It shapes what we hope for. It defines how we think when we have the credible news, when we have news told truthfully, when we have news that we discuss about human beings. It's not just about crisis, crisis, crisis. We need to change the narrative. What about the human angle? How many Nigerian news media are talking about the human angle stories? This is the differentiation we're bringing to the board. This is the differentiation we're bringing to the fore. And that is CBI News. We're going to redefine how news are told by everybody. I'm going to take it to the hinterland. We're going to tell very emotional stories. We're going to tell stories that connect with us. We're going to tell stories that is very transformative. We're going to tell stories that is digitally and technologically driven. And by so doing this, we have the young ones in mind and in perspective. Yet, somewhere along the journey, we began to lose trust. What is this trust? That's trust deficit. Our leaders, our people, our media houses, are they compromised? Are they given to the whims and caprices of the leaders that are in power? Are we going to be compromised? Are we going to change the narrative differently? Are we going to tell our stories differently? The answer is yes. We're going to tell the story as is. But it's what's going to be what? Investigative journalism. When we tell the story, we will hold on to that story because we're sure that the story has been investigated. I'm going to tell it from our own perspective, not from anybody's perspective. And how? It's not about headlines being louder than the truth. Speed from all we see is more valuable than accuracy. Virality became more important than integrity. But with CBI, it's all about confirmation and investigating the news before we tell the story. This is who CBI is. And that's what to bring it to Nigeria, to Africa, and to the world. This is why we pride ourselves to say we are globally African. From Nigeria to the world. If you look at CNN, if you look at all international media organizations, they're telling the story from their own perspective. But we are going to tell the stories as the custodians and the owners of the information. Laced with a lot of investigative journalism. And this is what we are going to be telling Nigerians. And how? With a lot of fact checks, with a lot of technology-backed information, with a lot of digital support, which a good number of media houses in Africa today are now doing. And that's why we have to stay away from politics, so that we don't get compromised. So if you want to listen to credible news, you have to tune to This is CBI News. Thank you very much. Because of the integrity we want to keep, because of how we want to be seen, I've been asking myself for several years, where do we go to hear what is real? Not what is manipulated, not what is sponsored, not what is selectively edited, but what is true. That question planted a seed in my mind. And that seed not just became CBI, but it's now CBI News. CBI News is not just about another news outlet. It is a digital-first, app-powered mobile newsroom built for a generation that refuses to be misinformed. I tell you what, if you misinform this new generation, they're going to prove you wrong, because they're all clutching on their phones. They're all digitally savvy. They have information ahead. They can actually study, they can investigate, they can go online, they can do fact checks, and prove to you that what you're telling is not the right story. Hence, in CBI digital media, the median age we have is between 25 and 30, meaning that we're going to tell the news that is credible, that is tested, that is fact-checked, that is proven. And that's who we are, and that's what we're bringing to the world. Whether on TV, on web, or on your phone, our promise is simple. You want to hear the promise? Truth, clarity, credibility on the anymore like you have to be on your television, on your wide screen. You can have it on your phone, you can have it on your tablet, you can have it on your iPad, you can have it on the go. Like the Bible says, when you know the truth shall do what? Set you free. So we're going to set you guys free. Are you ready to be set free in Nigeria? Are you going to be ready to be set free in Africa? Are you going to be ready to be set free in the world? That the Trump is saying there's genocide in Nigeria. We are not going to be reporting genocide in Nigeria. We're going to be reporting, is this true? We're going to go down to the hinterlands. We're going to go down to those people that are affected and talk about how these things are made. And we'll tell the story, how it is. So, I've always been a dreamer, and I'll continue to be a dreamer. If you're not dreaming, you're wasting your time. And like my friend, Mr. Warren Buffett said, if you have a dream that is not making you sleepless, you better start to dream again. You have to be a big dreamer. So Emperor Chris Bay Woodibe is a big dreamer. And that's why, from my dream to reality. But I'm also a builder. And that's exactly what we're doing today. I do not believe in doing things because they have been done. I like to do things differently. That's why our media is going to be different from every other one. believe in doing things because they need to be done. We are in the 21st century. Where is the media going in the 21st century? Are we just going to be doing the regular traditional media? Are we just going to be doing the normal thing? No. What is our differentiation? Our differentiation is the fact that we're bringing digital first, technology-driven, and app-supported media. That anywhere you are, regardless, whether you own a television or you don't own a television, you have your telephone, because we know that the world has gone digital. And almost everybody has a smartphone, including my old mother. When she was alive, she had a smartphone. That means you can consume phone, you can consume news on the go. And that's the reason why we have taken to the idea of digital media and technology-backed media in Nigeria and across Africa. The vision behind CBI News is not profit alone. I will qualify it, not profit alone. I'm not one person who will say I'm not here to make money. Sorry, I'm here to make money. But first, I have to make sure that the information I'm giving you is credible. I have to make sure that you deserve what you're getting. And because you deserve what you're getting and I give it to you, impliedly, I'm going to make money. And we're going to make money. But primarily, we're not just here to make money. We're here to change the narratives. And the narrative is such that Nigeria will be better for it. And that Africa will be better for it. Our families will be better for it. Our friends will be better for it. And our children will be better for it. Information at the tip of your finger is what they're going to give you. Credible information. The vision behind CBI News is purpose. To Africa, the power to tell the story without filters. From what I know, most people who own media houses, if you check their background, they have a bit of political background. But I have decided, and we have decided, to distance ourselves from any political inclination and any political leaning. So any story and any information you get from CBI Media is authentic, is correct, is credible, and is reliable, and is dependable. And this is who CBI will continue to be from now until eternity, by the grace of God. We're going to show the world that our voices deserve global rooms. I don't know if you go to UNGA, if you go to African Union, if you go to EU, if you go to all those places, how many of Nigerian medias, how many of African medias are fully represented? Trust. That's the theme we have today. Trust crisis. We are going to redeem the trust in African media. And by excellence, Nigerian media. So we're going to occupy the space in that media room globally. To build a platform where data, fact-checking, and technology coexist with storytelling. Who can tell the story better? Not the old ones, but the younger ones. So our focus is on the young people who are going to tell the story with facts, with research, with different storytelling. And then Nigerians can begin to see new media in the offing. I want to speak from my heart. I've seen young journalists with fire in their eyes, full of passion, but no platform. Here, the young people, the young Nigerians, the young Africans, CBI is a platform. Are you ready with us? Are you ready to come with us? CBI is a platform for you to tell your story. The story that evokes emotion. The story that evokes African pride and the Nigerian pride. That's CBI for you. I've met with media professionals who want to tell the truth, but truth was not good for the business. Here, we were going to pride ourselves that we're going to tell the story, the truth, and nothing but the truth. It's either you accept us, You better like me or you don't like me, but we're going to tell the story and we're going to tell the truth. And one thing I'm going to say here is we are going to be non-aligned media platform. We're not for this, we're not for that. We're not for the right, we're not for the left. We're going to be at the center. For CBI News exists for them, for every unheard voice, every silenced perspective, every young African who believes that their opinion matters. I invite you, if your opinion matters, please, where is the platform to go to? CBI News. We are entering a future where news is verified before it is amplified. We're not going to be very quick to breaking news. Breaking news, but when you go down and do the cross-check, it's not happening. We're going to verify the news. Technology, because we're deploying technology, credibility, and not compromising will be our hallmark. African story is told by Africans with excellence, and we are going to tell our stories because we are real Africans. This is not just a launch. It is a movement. Please join me in this movement. It has just started, and we're going to make it work. I want to thank the incredible team that worked tirelessly to make this vision real. We've been on this trajectory for a very long time. To every designer, engineer, journalist, editor, strategist, you have built something very historic. I thank you for being with us. And to everyone seated here, you are not just a witness. You are part of the beginning. The beginning of a platform that will shape conversation. The beginning of a brand that will travel beyond borders. The beginning of a story that will outlive us. As we launch the CBI News app today, I leave you with this word. The world does not change when we speak. The world changes when truth is spoken. True what? CBI News Platform. I thank you for listening. May God bless all of us.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
Emperor Chris Baywood Ibe, founder and executive vice chairman, Baywood Group. Thank you so much for that beautiful speech. And I also want to thank you so much for listening. All right. I said something massive is going on with CBI News, right? I want to show you a quick update of the ultra-modern studio, the ultra-modern facility, the state-of-the-art facility where we're going to be producing amazing content, telling verifiable news stories from. So ladies and gentlemen, please help us look at the screen and see the wonders that we're performing right there at our studios in Lagos. Enjoy for the next 1 minute. Can we have the video, please? One of the things we've done is to make sure that we have the state-of-the-art equipment. But, I mean, in very, very modernized studios, that's what we're doing there. Just to, to resonate with the world that CBI News is here to change the game. So, ladies and gentlemen, please feast your eyes to what we are just performing, the wonders that we're doing there at CBI. What's happening? NEPA cannot strike your media. What's going on? What's going on? All right. So immediately after the video, we're going to be having the discussion, the panel session. And in that panel session, we're going to be talking about in the Nigerian media space and how we can rebuild credibility in our media. Trust me, this conversation is very timely, and we have, experts in this field to help us dissect, this particular topic. It's something that a lot of people these days, if you understand, anybody just that has a mobile phone and internet connectivity, they feel like they're a news person, and they go there, hey, this is happening, not verifying facts, not telling the accurate stories. And that's what we at CBI News were here to change. And we'll be looking at how, over the years, people have diluted the media space, how the media has lost its credibility. We're going to address that today with our conversation in the panel session. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to waste further time. Let's just go straight to the panel session. And when we have the video ready, our team will definitely get it across. So I'll be inviting on stage the panelists at this moment to help take us further in this conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the first person I'm going to call to join me on stage. His name is John Inyinaya Thompson, ANIPR, MICD, CDE, and the list goes on. John Inyinaya Thompson is a journalist, certified, is a rights activist, publisher, preacher, HSSE, DRR, and climate change expert. Please help me put your hands together for him as he comes on stage. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to have one member of the ushering team here to help us take. Can I have one member of the ushering team on stage with me to help me out with this? A member of the ushering team. I need one member of the ushering team to help us, take our guests on stage. It's very important that we have them. All right, let's move further. The next person I'm going to call here to join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Karimatu Salami. She's the founder, the Kakord Communication, and former BBC investigative producer. Please help me welcome Karimatu on stage with a round of applause. Please, let's do better than that, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. All right. Moving forward, I'd like to invite on stage the Managing Director, Dentsu Argyle, Marian Ogaziechi. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome Marian Ogaziechi as she makes our
opportunity to be here, and really excited to hear the comments that have been made by the MD and also by the Emperor himself. Is there a trust crisis?
Yeah.
I'll ask you the question as well, Sam. How many things do you see in the media that you believe? What percentage of things that you see in the media do you believe in? And I think that that's the question of trust. Is media your first source for information? I think that's a good question to talk about trust.
Okay.
So trust is built over time. And trust is built by establishing credibility. And I think that to a large extent, like what you've said, there's a lot of publisher, editor bias that goes behind the news. So you would question the news again and again. And working in the media, it's basically who pays the piper dictates the tune. And that is what we see in the Nigerian media. And if you're on Twitter streets, every news item that comes out, whether it is true or not, whether it's verifiable or not, meets a lot of pushback because of that trust crisis. So is there a trust crisis? Yes, there is a trust crisis. Is there a way to walk back from that? I guess that's another conversation that we can have.
Thank you very much. I love the fact that you kept your response quite brief. And I'd also like to implore our other speakers, the panelists, that because of time, would like to keep the conversation and your responses so brief and simple. Basically, keep it short and simple. Let's kiss. All right, so my next question is for Karimot. Let's talk about the fact that it's obvious he has established that there is a trust crisis in the Nigerian media space. But how much has this mistrust, or let me put it, this breach in trust between the people and the media, how much has it affected credibility in terms of the news and the people accepting it and also, verifying these stuffs? Gentleman.
Okay. I'm happy to be here, first of all. So, about that, for me, I would say the news is where it is. It has always been there, but it is the people who have decided to move away from the fact. Because I wouldn't say emotions, but I'm going to say maybe bias based on sometimes ethnicity, sometimes religious perspectives, sometimes background and lack of access to certain informations. The reason why I'm saying this is we have news platforms, reputable news platforms, but sometimes people decide to move away from these reputable news platforms. They prefer to get the news from some unknown sources because of their emotions. Sometimes when things happen, we have channels, for instance. Now we have CBI, well established. We know the people behind these platforms. But some people, because of personal interest, they don't want to hear balanced narrative. They want to hear what they want to hear. So they decide to go with the bandwagon, sorry to say. To go with what suits their immediate need just because they want to push this. What I'm going to say is we should remain constant. We should stick to professionalism. We should always tell the story the way it is. We should always tell stories from the people's perspective. There is no story without the people. But if you leave the people and tell the story based on your own perspective only, then mistrust begins to creep in. But when you're balanced in your reportage, your own audience are going to find you. They are going to come to you. You don't necessarily have to be the first to break the news, but be the first to present the fact. People will come, and they are going to understand your reportage once it is balanced.
All right. Thank you very much, Karimat. Okay, so your point actually begged the question. This one is for Thompson. Thompson, Karimat said something about being objective, but look at the Nigerian media space. How much influence do you think the ownership of a media firm and the editor's bias, how much influence do you think they have on credibility and being objective?
Welcome the distinguished colleagues I have here, and also the CBI media team, as well as the Baywood Group directors and the general public that are here. I'd like to go straight to the point by asking a little bit of question of have we lost tranquility before we talk about trust crisis in the media world over? Okay. I don't think the media has always created a form of tranquility or that kind of peace that we expect to have in the media space. Because if we check Statista, the Global Media Index of Trust, like you said, even the traditional media, the level of trust in the traditional media is decreasing in percentage. And that of the social media, which is what every person is now consuming, the trust is there. How it's not decreasing? We ask ourselves why. It goes to the person behind the news. Now, one of the highlights the person who is giving them news that they see on the media space. Now, like what is going on here, I never knew that it is the emperor that's behind this when you invited me.
Yeah.
But I've had encounter with the emperor, he might not remember, in one or two places. I never knew he would come up with such a thing as a journalist who is on the street, will I put that word. And one thing he said, and this thing he said it in Benin,
Yes.
you know, on a special party of a former executive director of NNPC. I don't know whether he will remember. He said something. I came to him as a reporter. He made mention of credibility, the source of this information, and where he's heading up to. So when he saw that I'm a special guest of the person I'm talking about, who was the former executive director of NNPC, then he began to listen to me. Now, what I want to say here is very simple. Yes, who are the persons behind the news? Who are the people that is charting the course of news dissemination? Is it people you know that are compromised already, even in the political space? That if they say something now, in the evening, they are saying an entirely different thing. Or somebody that is neither here nor there. You can't place what it stands for in life. So if we're talking about a trust crisis or rebuilding it, we need to look at the pillars. One, credibility. Someone like His Excellency Otumba is someone that you know. If he stands for something, you at least, what I'm trying to say is that the person behind the news is very important.
Right.
The characters disseminating the news
Yeah.
are also very key.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Thompson. Ifedayo now, this is for you. I mean, look at the world that we're in. These days, everybody has access to phone and internet. The advent of social media, I mean, you see that a lot has changed as to how the news or where the news comes from. Anybody can be a news teller. Do you think the ethics of journalism has been eroded or trampled upon by those who are not actually the key players in this journalism profession?
Thank you for having me. So, I don't think it started with just social media.
Okay.
The way media has been, especially if you look at everything that has happened after COVID-19 and the way we've turned gossip into news now globally.
Yeah.
So, yeah, social media did play a role, but what I'm trying to explain is that our job as journalists, I'm still going to call myself a journalist at this point, is that we need to understand that what Mrs. Karima said about being able to share facts, regardless of whatever platform, because whether you like it or not, some of the platforms that we look at,
Yeah.
Punch, Channels, and the others, they have their own social media platforms too, doing
Okay.
the same thing. Now, talking about the erosion itself, I think the problem starts from the audience and how we have developed these echo chambers ourselves.
Okay.
So, like Nigeria is lucky because, for instance, there was a poll that was done in June 2025 by Reuters, and that poll said amongst 140 countries, Nigeria polled highest with 68% trust in the media. But if you dig deep, what you realize is that people have decided to choose the platforms that they trust most. I was having a conversation with my aunt at the beginning when we came here.
Okay.
And we mentioned certain platforms, and we said, if I go there to do anything, if I'm giving my lead a talking point, I need to be very careful what I'm saying on that platform because of the owner. That's one thing. Now, if you're talking about social media, the problem also, which is the second thing I'm going to highlight, is that social media has allowed us to also monetize virality.
In other words, commercializing the news.
Yes.
Okay.
So
okay.
if you want to share a story, for instance, that
Okay.
let's say we're talking about the Trump thing, for instance, and we're saying, okay, is there genocide or there is no genocide? But you're not willing to do the work, to go there and actually do interviews or talk to people who are experiencing these things. So you do an opinion piece or you do a short video just to do a breakdown. But then 2 days after that, you sit down and assess the clicks and the views. And you understand, okay, you're getting just 18 then automatically, as a human being, you want to do another video that talks about genocide.
All right.
Because the person who did that same story got more views and more clicks than
Yeah.
you did. So I don't think I want to put social media content creators in that box of being ethical. I think it's too much to ask for.
Okay.
But I think it's our job as journalists and as content creators or news producers to be
Yeah.
able to present facts
Okay.
to people. I think that's the most important thing.
All right. Thank you very much, Ifedayo, for your take. Now, it's very important that we get the audience to participate in this. So please help me take the mic. And I want to ask the audience one question. An American's accusation that there is genocide. So I'm asking this question. Yes or no from 3 persons. Is there genocide in Nigeria or no genocide? 3 audience members. If you want to say yes or no, just raise your hand up. Don't give reasons. Yes or no. Is there genocide in Nigeria? I have a respondent there, Alice. Yes or no? We're going somewhere with this. Okay, just, you can put it on over there. Remember, we're trying to rebuild the credibility in the Nigerian media.
That's a fantastic question. So what's your take on that?
Good afternoon.
Yes.
So to
Your name,
answer-
please.
Okay, my name is Otobo. To answer the question, I think there is genocide.
Okay.
But the way it's being reported, no, I'm not impressed.
You're not impressed. 1. Do we have another person who wants to go in favor or against?
Let's hear from you.
All right.
Please tell us your name and what you think.
Ujua. Yes, there is genocide. However, the way it is being reported is very partial
Very partial.
and too parochial.
Okay, very partial and parochial. We're going somewhere. Any other person? I need 3 persons. Just one more person to go. Somebody wants to say yes or no. Are you satisfied with the way the media is currently reporting America's claim that there's genocide in Nigeria? Do we have another person?
Just one more person. Let's
One
hear
more
from
person, and then we'll proceed. Okay, I think we have somebody over there. Let's
Okay.
get the response.
you. Don't forget to tell us your name and what you think.
I'm Ikechukwu Obasi by name. Yes, there's genocide, but the way it's been disseminated is like something that's been compromised. There's compromise in the dissemination of the information about genocide in Nigeria.
All right, thank you very much. Please celebrate the contributors with a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. All right, so let's get back to the conversation. My panelists, you've heard what the people have to say concerning America's claim that there's genocide in Nigeria. I want to ask you this question now. This question is for Karimot. Do you think the Nigerian media is doing justice to this reportage? Let me make mention to a claim. One American senator, while he was addressing the Congress or the press, he said, you only get news when the stakeholders, the people in the powers, the people controlling the power, when they call press conference. So there's no room for investigative journalism. You only get to hear whatever it is they tell the media. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So I asked the question, and I need your answer to that.
First of all, I would like to remind us that as journalists, we have certain responsibilities. And part of the responsibility is that we must be careful in our reportage, because your story could lit up the country, it could cause chaos, it could cause violence if you're not careful. So, about genocide, for me, it's about perspective. I'm in Lagos. I don't live in the south. I don't live in the north. I don't live in the north central. I'm based here in Lagos. So for instance, I'm not a journalist. And a member of my family has never had any form of kidnap or whatever. So in my own perspective, I can say, there is nothing. But saying that to someone who had experienced firsthand kidnapping or whatever vices is happening in the society, I could trigger the person and it could lead to violence on the part of the other person because they will feel I'm insensitive.
Yeah.
So, if I say the case has not been well reported, I wouldn't say it has not been well reported.
Okay.
I would only say maybe there is no balance.
All right.
This is my perspective, yes.
Right.
We can report cases better. As journalists, I'm going to task us. We can do better than we are doing. Talk to the people. Don't sit in Lagos and tell a story of someone living in Benue like you're there.
Yeah.
Visit Benue, see what... Don't conclude based on your own perspective alone.
Yeah, I feel you.
Let there be balance. Listen to the Benue people, listen to the other parties involved, then put out your reportage and let the people judge. Let them see what you're telling. Let them listen to your story and draw their conclusions from there. But if you're being sensational, you come out, there is this, how sure are you? Can you prove it in the court of law? If you're asked to present facts, how much facts do you have as a journalist? Even as a people, today everyone has turned into emergency reporters, as I and Ifedaya were discussing earlier. If something happens, we're all journalists right now because we have smartphones. We bring it out, we report. Some people even go as far as giving live updates.
All right.
Without considering the fact that this thing you're putting out there could cause more damage.
All right, because of time, Karimot.
Okay.
Yes, thank you so much for your contribution. I think I already get what you're saying, and the people already understand. But now, Victoria, over to you. We are launching CBI News app today. CBI News, of course, is coming with the mantra of rebuilding the trust, the credibility in the media. How do you think CBI News, as a news house, as a news firm, can change this narrative, rebuild those trust and the credibility that the media has since lost?
Thank you. It's going to be a journey, but the first part of a journey is the intention and the intentionality behind carrying out your intention, right?
Yeah.
And, I heard Emperor Bewood and the MD of CBI Digital talk about reclaiming the narrative, changing the narrative. Thank you. Changing the narrative. So what is that narrative? Simon has talked about responsibility. There's responsibility. There is also the ethics behind that data that you're putting out, right?
Yeah.
So data has to be relatable. And she's talked about it so clearly about me and my family who have not experienced something, and another person who has experienced it. There is that relatability. For a long time we talk about solution journalism and what CBI can do, what CBI has said they will do, and we're going to be holding CBI accountable for doing that, is to investigate. Is not to talk about breaking news. I want to be out there. Everyone and their dog who has a smartphone is out there telling stories without investigating. They've just heard from somebody else and they've talked about their own experiences or their own thoughts. I think we need to be more responsible as Nigerians to know that everything we say, everything we do has an impact, and it speaks to the credibility and it speaks to the respect that people have about us. If we're the ones condemning, we're the ones telling only the sad stories and there is no good thing about it, that is the perception that is going to be out there. Now, what Trump has said about us is not so much as what Trump has said about us. We need to listen to what we're saying about ourselves. Under the post by Trump, what are we saying as Nigerians? And is that the reality? We have not been responsible enough to go look into that. So when CBI says that we're going to not tell a story of genocide, we're not going to tell a story of crisis, we're going to tell the story of the people. I think that's very important, to bring in that human angle. Yeah. What are the experiences of the people? There are good people there. There are resilient people there. There are real stories. There's an impact on their families. And maybe when we begin to hear this impact, it's no more numbers, It's about people and their real children and their real experiences. That's what we want to see happening. And it's not just about crisis, because crisis is not all that defines us. We're in the process of rebuilding our economy. What this reputation, tourism, you know, we're talking about Dirty December. How many people are still going to come? How many people are still going to invest? We're out there looking for investors, and we're destroying what we have because we're not responsible in our reportage. We're not responsible in our commentage. We're not